Got it. Okay. So if there are two windows, only two windows, one parent window, one child window, then how can you switch to that? You just call this method. Automatically it will switch to that window. Then you perform the actions on that window, close the child window, come back to parent window. So that's the, we can write that method also. Switch to parent window method you can write. So how to write that switch to parent window? Just you will give the parent window ID, automatically it will switch to that parent window. So it's all reusable methods preparation. Basically, we can write, see that first. So fetching the parent window ID using driver.getWindowHandle. And this is the generics means. First, no, this getWindowHandles method, return type we have to write, set string. That return type of that method is set string. This is the generics. Angular bracket inside you are telling. So this is all the elements of this collection is of type string. So that generics, so concept is important in that is in Java. This fetches all the window IDs. Now I'm iterating using iterator method, and one by one I'm fetching. If handles dot size equal to 2, then this code will work. While it dot has next. If parent ID is not equal to it dot next. First time it dot next will bring the parent ID, because this collection also has a parent ID, right? Parent ID will come. So then if this ID and this ID is not same, then only you come, I'm saying, inside and switch to that child window. Then continue your action, so that I don't need to write this entire code. I'll just call this method, switch to child window. That's it.
Sorry, if condition handles dot size equal to 2 means minimum 2 windows, if it is there, then only it will go to loop, right?
Loop.
Okay.
Multiple windows means this code doesn't work. Same, but we have to make a small change. This you have to remove this. So, I mean, it will work. So this will go all the windows. But problem here is multiple windows means just closing the multiple windows. We have to write a small code. Just switch to that and close it. Driver.close you write here. Here you write a driver.close.
Okay.
Then it will switch all the child windows. Then you have to come back to parent window. That I am writing a small code here. So make a note. Public void switch to parent window. So you pass the parent window ID. Okay, basically you pass the parent window. I'll give string parent window ID. Okay, I'm going to give a meaningful parameter so that you can remember. So you pass, automatically it will switch to that parent window. And so driver dot switch to method dot. So default content I can write at the same. First I'll write a window of, see, window of the parent window ID. After that I can write a driver dot switch to method dot default content method. That's it. So every method you are making, so from them, from the existing ones. So this method switches the cursor to parent window. So after this child window work is done, you will close the child window, then you switch to parent window. Or you can use this. See, this is the method. You can switch to window, any window. You pass the window ID. Automatically, it will go to that. If you pass 0, it will go to. You don't need this, but so based on the window ID, if you want this one, if you want to pass the count, window count, it will go to that window. So this is the another one, very important one. See, so what I'm doing, array list. So generic string, tabs equal to new array list, string. So I'm passing for array list, driver.get window handles. So driver dot switch to method dot window of tabs dot get window count. I'm passing. So the get method will be based on the index, right? So that which window you will pass, it will go to that window ID. So this is another easy way instead of this one also. So you can use this one also. Okay. So these are all the how to switch to different windows. Basically,
so
this is the code.
what does the default content method do?
So this is also does the same. Okay, so it will go to default place. So sometimes what will happen, you will give, right, driver dot switch to dot window of parent window. Sometimes it won't go. If you write a default content, it will move the cursor to that place properly. Okay, this can be used for the windows and frames both.
Okay, the first line itself, it actually switches to that window, but
switches.
Okay.
In case if it not, this won't give any harm to you writing this one. Okay, it will properly bring to that window.
Okay.
So that's what that's that code. Okay, so next, see, next wait for all the wait methods. So wait for title contains. So string title, fraction value, int timeout. You can give the how much time you want to wait. So WebDriver wait equal to new WebDriver wait, driver cover, duration of seconds, timeout. After that, if wait dot until expected title contains method, I am calling here. So return driver dot get title. So it will return the driver dot get title method and else null. So this you can use for the wait for title contains. So you want to give fraction of title. You don't want to give a complete title, you can use this. And then same thing, wait for title is. So title is means you are basically you are calling a complete title, then you can use this. And so WebDriver wait equal to new WebDriver wait, driver comma, duration dot of seconds, timeout. You give the how much time you want to wait. So if wait dot until expected conditions dot title is the title value. The title is you have to give basically title value. So you can call these methods. I'm going to call these two methods, and that's why I'm explaining this. Then wait for URL contains. Similar, all expected conditions methods I'm calling here. So URL contains, URL is. So you can give an address bar URL. This one is a fraction. This one is a exact URL and alert related. So not this alert, but this is the fluent wait related function. So for example, wait for alert present and switch with the fluent wait. So how can you wait with a fluent wait? Basically, this is the generics. Interface wait equal to new fluent wait driver. So wait dot with the timeout method, duration dot of seconds. So dot polling every, duration dot of seconds, interval time. So you can give interval time. How this is the one, poll for an element. How to poll for an element? You can poll for an element. Maybe you can say go and poll every 2 seconds. So you can give that interval time. So ignoring, you want to ignore some exceptions, no alert present exception, you want to ignore. So you can ignore that. All the fluent wait methods I am calling here with the message alert not found on the page. then return wait dot until expected conditions dot alert is present. So this is the one method how to know. So alert so is present or not, you can check that. So then, yeah, any questions? Questions? Okay, so let's move on next. Public alert, wait for alert present and switch. So with the timeout, see WebdriverUtilities wait equal to new WebdriverUtilities, and so you can call this. So this will return alert interface. So what is the return type? This will return alert interface. And get alert text. So I'm calling this method wait for alert present and switch dot get text. See, all these methods you are reusing here. This method you are calling here. So public void accept alert. So wait for alert present and switch to it accept. So then dismiss method. So alert send keys dot send keys. So you are dismissing, you are accepting, you are getting the text, you are typing, all this based on this method you are doing that. So you can call straightforward methods all this. Then here is the frame related, direct frame related methods you can call. So wait for frame present and switch to it. So you give the frame index, you give the frame locator, you give the web element frame, you give the string locator name with the timeout. So WebdriverUtilities wait equal to new WebdriverUtilities. So driver comma duration dot op seconds, you give the time. So wait dot until expected condition start frame to be available and switch to it. So you're passing the frame index. Same frame to be available and switch to it, frame locator you are passing. And frame to be available and switch to it with the web element frame element. So these are the methods for the frame. You want to work with the frames, you can call these methods.
So frames is basically the one we are working on, right? Like the framework.
No, still we haven't know that you need to encounter that in the web page. So frames is a different concept. So you have a frame tag, okay, in the web page, HTML code or iframe tag.
Okay.
So that frame and iframe tags you need to take care. That if you want to switch to that iframes, this will help you. If you are not switching by calling these methods, then WebDriver doesn't recognize that. Got it?
Yeah.
So WebDriver won't recognize that.
Okay.
If you want to recognize the WebDriver, then you have to, so first to switch to that frame, then you identify the elements.
Okay.
Directly you cannot identify the elements.
We can see this frame like in a HTML source code, right, Ramesh?
Yes. Frame tag, frame or iframe tag, you can see that.
In HTML source code.
Yeah.
And in the fluent wait, that method, like we are calling ignoring. So we can give whatever, like everything should be there, like with timeout.
I'm just giving, I'm showing a demo of this one.
Okay.
So you can use any one. But I'm taking these two methods mandatorily. See, these timeout method with the timeout and polling every. So all fluent wait methods I am showing here.
So it's a one big sentence, like after the driver with the timeout and with dot polling.
Yeah,
and
so that one, yeah. So you can put what you can do. After that, you can put a dot. It will take automatically wait here.
oh,
Yeah. Okay, so that's the frame related. So this is the one. This method will return wait for element presence. So I'm going to call this method also widely WebdriverWait wait equal to new WebdriverWait. So driver comma duration of seconds. Instead of writing all these 2 lines, I will call just method name. That's it. So I'm not going to write this entire code again and again. So this is the one, and wait for element visible. So wait dot until expected conditions, visibility of element located. See, this will return a web element to you. This will return a web element to you when you call these methods. So you give the by locator for these methods, and it will return. And you can write a web element also if you want. So that's what this wait for element visible, wait for element presence, all this. Wait for elements visible. Wait for elements visible means many collection of elements. That's why this method is returning a list web element. So list web element it is returning. Next, we have a wait for elements visible. This is also another one. So visibility of all elements located by, you are giving a locator, all elements you will get that. These are all expected conditions class methods. So wait for elements presence, all the elements presence you want to check, then this is the code. Retrying element, you want to retry. So how much, so with how much time you want to retry. So by locator and give the timeout. You want to retry the element. Some element is not visible, you can retry using this retry mechanism. Retrying element with locator, timeout, and interval time. So this is another way we have written, and that also you can use. Wait for a page load. So wait for a page load is basically I'm using a JavaScript executor. This we have to use. So you're moving from one page to other page. We don't know the page is ready or not. So then you can call this method. So what you can do here is this method. So we'll check the document is in ready state or not. So the JavaScript code return document.ready state. So this will return if the document is in ready state or not. That I am passing. So page state dot equals no, that's complete. And then you can say page DOM is fully loaded, then break it. Then it won't. So the loop, we're using while loop. So current time in millisystem, current time millisecond less than end time. So what are the end time we are calculating here, right? So that end time, and automatically it will wait for that page load time. Okay. So these are all the methods. Let's go and target now the page, web page will design. Now we have discussed it till now factory, and that means first initialization of your driver. And then we discussed the listeners component. We have discussed the utility components. So we have discussed now the resource bundle, how to add resources that we have seen. And so the component, all these components we have seen. Now the actual, we are coming back now. The real work starts for the developer is the automation tester is this one, the pages. So first we need to understand the application. So let me show you the application. Last time also I have shown you the application, but still let me show you that. We will use this URL. So the main open cart application is not proper. That's why I'm taking this. So make you also please make a note of this URL. Okay. And this URL, and this is the application URL we need to understand first. So basically understand the application, then you can write effectively a code. Otherwise, we cannot do that. Okay. So this is the application. And we have to, so there's a lot of pages. You can see a lot of pages. If you want to log in, so first you have to go to accounts page. In the accounts page, you have so many right here. See that this is after login only, you will get all these menus. See, if you log out, see, you will get so account logout, you got it right. Now see, if you log out, the my account is having just only register and login, right? Register and login. And also you can say accounts page, you can take it out, this search button, okay, this search edit box, and this search icon. If you want, you can search, right? That is also, you can take account page. I am treating this as entire, so one account space. Under that search, and this will be common everywhere. And you can take these two elements you have to identify, and then so this icon. So you have to identify account section headers, right? This account section headers you have to identify. So this header. So what is this header? Let's find out in the HTML. If you see here, account header, right? So the account header is, this is the account header. So yes, see, you have to use ULLA2A, right? That's my account drop down. So my account drop down, you have to identify that. So like this is the one, and we have to see one by one and identify all the elements in this web page. So how many elements are there? All those elements we have to identify that. So that one thing we have to take care of that. And then this heading also, maybe if you go to this heading also, go to first time, I'll log out, I'll remove this. So let's go to first page. Yeah. This will come from here. Yes. So now here, if you see, and you can find out all the elements one by one. This heading, if you want, you can see that heading. Okay. Div. From here, you can logo, you can verify. So logo, you can verify that. And your store logo. And then, so I want this menu because I have to click this drop down. I have to open this drop down, right? So this also another one you have to identify, my account drop down menu. So that if you click on that only, the menu will open for us. So you need to click here, then to see register and login. So you have to identify these things also. That's one thing. All these elements will identify, then we'll write the respective methods on this. Then if you go to register page, so you have to register this. So register page is different again. See, all these elements you have to identify, register page. And this radio buttons, yes or no radio button, checkbox, continue, and all these edit boxes, and this heading, everything you have to identify. Okay, then all these links also you have to identify. And if you click on the login, another page, login is another page. So you should get these two. And this is the home page. Basically, this is the home page, and this is the home page. You can say home page or whatever the name you want, you can give. The home page or accounts page. So, but first we need to understand the total test cases. So for the test cases, so let me open the test cases. Then test cases, you go through that test cases, and that I will share this Excel sheet, all the test cases Excel sheet. Where is this Excel sheet? I have to pin this. Yeah. So this is a very important, you need to understand. We have written the test case scenarios, validate working of register account functionality. This is the first one scenario, and then login scenario, logout scenario, forget password, search a product compare functionality. So these are the so many scenarios we have written and we have here. So if you go to individual, the first one, register account functionality, you go to this tab, you see all the test cases here. So you can read one by one functionality, and so you see that. And click on my account to drop menu. So that's what I have shown you just now, right? Click account to drop menu. These are the steps. Click on this. You will see register and login. Okay. So click on register option. Enter new account into mandatory fields, first name, last name, email, telephone, password. That's all. See that. Everything is in detail. We have written that we are doing here. So that's what here. So you're entering the test steps is the crucial action you are doing. You're doing an action. So that action steps are here. Click on continue button. Click on continue button that is displayed in the account success page. And this is the register positive test case. So after that, so the expectation, what is your expectation after entering all the data? So this is the expectation. User should be logged in, taken to account success page, and proper details should be displayed on the page. So if you log in, you will know. If you register, you will get that. So maybe one account you create, okay? One account with your Gmail, you create one account using this. I already logged in, already created an account here. Maybe you can try it out. So one, and otherwise I'll show you all this account details space. Okay, if you give this, it will ask you continue. Next also continue. Two continue buttons will come. That is what this is clearly telling here. Okay, and user should be taken to account page, and a confirm email should be sent to the registered email address. So it will send to an email. So that's what clearly mentioned. Once you click on continue, and you will get an email to confirm the account with the open store application. That's the first test case. The same next. So validate, thank you for registering. Email is sent to the registered email address as a confirmation for registering the account. So this is the next second test case. And then, so these are all again steps are same, but so we are changing here after completing the registration process, and this step we are doing, right? This step we are doing, and validate confirmation base. This is with basically with some optional fields are all that you can take up here. Check the email address used for registering the account. then and click on the login page link from the email body. So it will take you to the login page. So let's try this all the test cases you execute one by one. If any changes required, you can do that. So I'm going to register with one account and see that. So all execution, manual execution we are doing. You have to give some phone number and so try to execute that. So do with your email ID, okay? And but sir, how in the automation will do? That's a different. I'll tell you that how to do that. I'm giving all the data, proper data. So newsletter. So you want to subscribe? I'll take a yes. Okay. So then check this checkbox. This is all step by step. You have to do everything. You typed all these values. Then you select a radio button. Then you check it the checkbox. See, you got the edit boxes. Edit boxes. What method we need to use? From the framework, from framework, you have a code. You have to tell the framework method. So, okay, send key is correct. So if there is a framework method, send data method is there something. So that method you have to call while doing all this. Okay. So that method you will call when you're typing first name, last name, email, all this. Then, so for radio button, you have to use a click method. Element click method is there. We have written element clicks that click. So yes, radio button or no radio button. You have to take two elements here. So one is yes radio button, one is the no radio button. So another one, privacy checkbox. You have to take a privacy checkbox also. You want to check then. So this is the how many test cases you can write. You have to write the test cases for this. So without, these are all mandatory fields. These are all mandatory fields. So if you don't enter, what will happen? You go through this test case document. Negative test cases also given here. Without entering data, what will happen? So validate registering an account when yes option is selected. See, when no option is selected. So these are both cases you have to test it. Then you can see validating different ways of navigating to register account. So another way to navigate to register account. So validating register an account by entering different passwords into password and password confirm page. So then you will get a error message here, basically, right? So if you give a different password here and here, different password, for example, I have given one more extra. So if you click on this, it will throw error for you saying that, see that password confirmation doesn't match password. See this error message you should get. This is the all testing. And this is the different ways you have to test the application, that all test cases are given here. So one by one, we are going to follow this. So validate register an account by providing an invalid email address into the email field. So providing an invalid phone number. So using the keyboard keys, validating register an account by using the keyboard keys. So how to perform with the keyboard keys. So this is the so many test cases we have written. You can just go through all these test cases. I'll share this in our one of the in the blog. I'll upload this document. So use this. See, login test cases are there. So then log out, forget password, search. So the search module, that's a different again, right? Product compare, product display, add to cart, shopping cart, home page. So home page. So this is the basically you can take this as a home page also, first page in the first one, right? We can treat it as a home page only. So that's a home page also, you can try it out. See, here is the one. So validate navigating to home page from shopping cart page. So how can you navigate to that page? Maybe you enter the product test data. This is test data preparation. So which product you want to enter there to navigate to that page. So that, so you can just, here, this is the home page, right? This is the home page, the home tab. So you can enter Mac. So these are all products available. You can try out searching these products. So whether these products are returning or not, you can try it out. So click on add to cart. So what will happen? See that. See success. You have added a MacBook to your shopping cart. See the item is 1 is showing here. So whether it is showing or not, you have to check that also. So you can go to add to cart page and see, you can see the item in the add to cart. So view cart, check out. So there are a lot of functionalities will be there. Are not available in the desired quantity are not in stock. So that some message you are getting. So this is all we need to validate, right? So how to validate all this? So we're going to see this. So different, then we have a laptops, notebooks, desktops. So which is available, you can see that only this is available. So you can see iMac. That's why we have given in the iMac. So iMac, you can search in the iMac here. So click on search. This is the search functionality. It will list out. So then you can add to the cart. Click on add to cart. It is added. Then go here and you can add the. So click on add to cart. Still, it is not added. So you can increase the quantity. You can decrease the quantity. This is how testing. So we're going to do that, right? And description it is showing. And a lot of detailed test cases are given here, and just go through that and see that how it is working. Okay. Now, so let's go and write the pages, how to design. So you understand the test case a little bit high level I have given. So go through the 1 by 1 page and execute. So don't be hurry. So execute step by step. Who are all new to the testing, please go through this document step by step and execute and come back. So your doubts are there and all the new people. So I want you guys every day one page you take and execute and let me know your feedback on this. So Harshini, Joshna, Srihari, and who else is new?
Okay,
And
sir.
so Hema and Neela. So all of you. Who is this Rajkumar Rangswamy? Neela, you only?
No, it's Suguna Ramesh.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. So you all people go through this and come back. And if you are, so others all are not required, but execute these test cases and let me know step by step you execute. If you have doubts, make a note on that and tell me your feedback on these test cases. Okay, anything required to modify, we'll modify, but every day 1 by 1 you execute it, 1 by 1 tab, first register, then log in, then log out. So continue. So understand how they have written. You also need to write the same way wherever you go. Okay, that's important. So I will include here our current, even you can use a demo OpenCart, but problem is this has some bugs, demoopencart.com. So that's a live website from the OpenCart people, and that is not working properly. So that's why, so I took from one of the, this demo cart, this one, tutorials ninja, somebody deployed on their own and given to public, and we can use this also. So this one we can use for our testing purpose. So I have pinged you, just use that and I use these test cases, we'll write. So let's go and target first account space. Okay, so let's create the first page name in the under pages component, right click and new class, that is account space. So what is the name we have to give? Account space. Can you all create this?
Yes, sir.
So click on finish. Let me switch on my light. Okay. So first step you have to do here is logger. You define the logger. So how to define a logger? Private static logger log equal to, so log manager dot, so get logger I can use. So on right, account space dot class. So import the logger. You have to import from arg.apache log4j. So this one, make sure you are importing the right package. So arg.apache.logging.log4j. So you have to take this one. There are so many other import statements. You should not take the wrong one. If you take the wrong one, it will show errors. That is the first one. So then this one. Okay, after this, so second step is create a constructor. So the constructor is, you have to use public account space and start this. So you have to get this right, this account space you have to, so just declare here a private WebdriverUtilities also. We need a private WebdriverUtilities. I'm declaring that. And then I'll pass, so WebdriverUtilities here. So then you can use this dot, so driver equal to driver. And then page factory concept you have to use. Page factory dot init elements method. So we have to use this init elements method. So you pass the driver and then this space. So this is the next step. We have to do this. We are getting to. Okay. So that's the one step, the constructor part we are doing. Basically, you can extend, so WebdriverUtilities class here. So extends, so WebdriverUtilities, because I need to call all of them, right? So I'm going to import that. I'm going to so extends that. So maybe create one default constructor also. Like count space. So default constructor, just create like this, so that super constructor WebdriverUtilities is undefined, must explicitly use super constructor. Okay, super dot. Then we don't need this super of. So what is this super constructor as a driver? So then you don't need this. Yeah. That's so the super keyword. Basically, this WebdriverUtilities class has a constructor. That constructor you call here, it is same. So I'm calling that constructor here. So parent class has a constructor. You must call that in the child class. That I'm calling here with a super keyword. So this super I already mentioned in Java. So what it will do, it will call the parent class constructor. So you can see parent class, we have a constructor. So go to WebdriverUtilities, you can see we have a constructor here. Can you see here? This is the WebdriverUtilities constructor. This constructor inside, all this you have. So you just need to, even init elements method also there. Then you don't need to call the init elements method there. So it will take up automatically. Just call this also, you can ignore. That's it. It will initialize for us. See that lot of code is avoided. So the lot of code is avoided. So that's the advantage with this OOPS concepts and inheritance concept. Okay, now, so I want to identify the first element. So identify the element. So which element you want to identify, just take up. How to identify the element? @ find by the locator you use. So I'm taking this element, first element, that is this search edit box. Inspect. See, you have an input tag, name is there, and I can take the name. Or you want to use CSS selector, you can use CSS. I will use a name. So direct name I can use. So name equal to. So name equal to this one. So this will give us direct web element. So private web element search edit box. That's it. Import find by web element org.openk.select. The same way, develop all the elements. You're getting directly web element here. So next, search button. So what is my next element? Search icon. Huh? That is icon. So you can say this is a search icon. So I can use search icon. So what is this search icon? So inspect element and see type button class. So I can write my own XPath for this, or my own CSS selector I can write. So I can use a type or class both. I can write an XPath, or you take try to construct the XPath. Don't copy from the tools. When you will learn, if you keep copying, practice. This the time has come for you for a practice. Use all the XPath concepts and CSS selectors. So you try it out. If you're not trying and copying, and you will habituate, and you will not going to learn that. So please, practice here. Tools is you have to use once you are comfortable, you know everything. Then you can use the tools. For learning time, don't use the tools, don't use the plugins while practicing time, and all shortcuts you ignore, then practice. So that will help you. So the people who knows that I can write any XPath, any CSS selector, they can take help from the tool to quickly finish that. But all the people who doesn't have experience with the object identification, I suggest don't take the help from tools. If you're not trying now, and tomorrow you'll face a problem. If you feel now comfortable zone, tomorrow you will face a problem. So don't do that. So let's go and try that. See that how to write. See button tag. You have XPath and CSS formulas, you remember. Keep our blog in front of us. Okay. There are formulas readily available. Write that. Write the formulas and you check it here. See // button tag square bracket @ type equal to single quote, and so you get that button. See that button, and class, I'll take this class. So button is button, and I'll take a and did you try all these combinations? That's what the question from my side. So did you try all these combinations, XPaths? See, now it is recognizing. Why can't you try all these combinations? Or with the class, or class contains. You have to experiment. This is the time for you to experiment and practice. And different ways. So the XPath I have written, I can use XPath. So the same thing, I'll put it here. That's it. And try differently with the CSS. Okay, and see it. I have written here and it is identified. So that's I can easily say that 1 of 1. You can see here 1 of 1. That means it is recording. If you want to still, you want to check, open your Catalan recorder and check that. So open your Catalan recorder and check it here. And keep the side. So instead of struggling later, just check that. See, it is recognized absolutely. This is how you can check before using that in the code. So it is working. These are so many ways I'm giving how to write a XPath and then paste that in your page. Okay. So next, we want, what is the next one we want? This store, right? This, your store logo. So just take this, your store logo. So this is also, we want, it's taking this one, and I want the logo. See, div ID logo is there. You can take div ID logo is there. So you can take this one, div ID logo H1. So that's a H2 tag. So see that when you mouse over also, it is showing CSS equal to H1. So you want to write a div hash logo. So this is, see, it is visible very clearly, CSS locator also. Tag name hash ID value. You can try that also. So you can take that also. So @ find by. So ID, I'll write CSS equal to div hash logo. And I can write private web element, the element name. So what is the element name? Logo. But logo. That's it. So like this, you so identify all these elements. Tomorrow we'll continue further. Okay. So that's all. I'll upload this document in the same our framework post, and you can take it from there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.